Guys, it's unbelievable. This weekend, no VAR. And it was appalling refereeing. But let's not blame the refs for all the appalling decisions they made across the board. Let's blame VAR. Referees aren't even accountable when there's no VAR. The narrative is it's VAR's fault. Please listen to the end of this video so that I can tell you the easy way to get round the problems. There's an easy solution. But look at this weekend where referees without VAR screwed up. And we can always look at Kavanagh. What are the problems with refs? Is it corruption? Is it bias? You know, is it they've got non-accountability? Or is it that they're just inadequate and rubbish? Now, you listen to what they're saying. There's been a decline in refereeing standards over the last few years. No, I've been around a long time. It's been awful for decades. It's just now that we've got the TV that scrutinise it and VAR on them, you can see how bad their decision-making is, can't you? It's been going on for decades, guys. But now, where fans used to get frustrated and you only used to get match of the day or whatever, now we can see it on a day-to-day basis how poor they are. So let's not say referee standards are getting declining. They've always been bad. Referees don't want VAR because it shows how bad they are. Seriously, it says, they come out today and say, we have some excellent referees. Why always say, yeah, be the positive, we have excellent referees? I can't see one, guys. But there's a severe, let's blame something else, a severe lack of quality of coaching. Refs are being let down by the training and education and level of coaching is not fit for purpose. We need better coaches and assessors. What? What? Who coaches and, you know, educates referees? Ex-referees. It's the blind following the blind, guys. Don't give me this crap. And they have a few ex-pros that say, oh, you must do this and oh, you must do that. This is rubbish. They're blaming everybody but themselves and their own inadequacy or their own bias or corruption. That's it. Forget it. Let's blame VAR. And then listen to what the papers are saying about Eddie Howe. What Eddie Howe says, and I'm going to come out with a solution. Easy solutions, guys. But what the narrative on Eddie Howe? Eddie Howe, in his interview afterwards, comes out with 2 or 3 things. But they focus on just the one. But I'm going to focus on both, one and the second thing he says. They focus only on, he said that referees may be becoming too reliant on technology. They focus on that. Let's go for that. Let's hit the VAR, not the referee. Let's not focus on the referee. But what does Eddie Howe also say? He says the whole game we were frustrated because during the whole game there were so many poor decisions, most of them against us. And the 50-50s were all going against us. The whole game, the decisions were going against us and more poor decisions. In other words, the referee was poor during the whole game and he felt negative to him. Now look at Kavanagh, okay? You can have a poor game as anything in a referee, but I'm not talking corruption here. I wouldn't dare because I'll get sued. So let's call it bias. There's no doubt people can have bias in their heads. Even if they don't want it, it might be there. And you can make a big decision by not giving a penalty. That is surely a penalty, okay? But then you give a goal. And it's 3 players offside. Forget the guy scoring it. I think there were 3 players offside. Another major mistake. And then only a yellow card for what is definitely a red card. You see the stud marks in the guy's shin. No, only a yellow. That is not just one big deal. Forget the whole game, Eddie Howe said the decisions wrong. There were 3 major decisions. A red card, definite. Seriously, a pen, definite. And an offside goal given against you, definite. That is bias. That can't just be inadequacy. It can't be. And it must be the linesman and the ref working together. Because you tell me the linesman didn't see that the guy was in the pitch, in the penalty area, and he gives it outside the area. So he saw the handball, and it was a yard and a half inside the area. So something's wrong there. It can't be that bad a referee, can he?
So we don't focus on the referee. Now, I'll give you the solution, simple. And I'm telling you, I don't care. Maybe I might even name the bloke, and he won't like it. But, I know and have spoken to ex-international England players who have been involved in the workings and meetings with referees. And I'm told they're the hardest meetings ever to have. There's no compromise. No compromise. They will not bend. It has to be them. Has to go their way. Why? Because there's money in it, guys. They won't. There's no accountability for them, and there's money. They are making hundreds of thousands of pounds in the Premier League. And don't tell me it's only Premier League. It's not just because it's VAR's fault. Fans in lower leagues are complaining about refs all the time. Italy, Spain, they're complaining about it. It can only be bias or corruption, inadequacy. Let's call it inadequacy, yeah, because you can't prove corruption. I wouldn't dare even call it that. So biasness or inadequacy. The solution, the simple solutions. And referees, it's been offered to them, and they won't have it. They won't allow it. One, upstairs in VAR, put an ex-pro in there by the side. You got to have a referee. You got to have a referee. An ex-pro there to say to the ref, no, that should be a pen. That should be that. That should, because he knows the game. All ex-pros say referees are crap. All of them. But they're scared to say it now in front of the cameras. They all say they don't understand the game. And I can go through a list of what ex-pros have said in the past and who they are. And they're televised. So I can prove that. Okay? Put an ex-pro next to the referee upstairs, who's a second-rate, inadequate referee. But the real one they won't go for. The real one they won't go for. And it's been put there. They say, no, ex-pros won't do it. Forget ex-pros then. Ex-semi-pros. Fast-track them into becoming Premier League and Championship professional referees. Fast-track them. They know the game. They understand the game. They get diving better. Okay, they understand the diving. That's who you bring in. Referees won't have it. Why? Because of money. Because of money. And it's been suggested they will not, and they'll make loads of excuses up. They can be just as biased. Yeah, they can, but at least they understand the game. They might be corrupt as well. Yeah, they might. But seriously, they can understand the game. Put ex-pros into fast tracks. And you know what? Part of the problem is our clubs. Who makes the money? Who makes the money? Clubs make the money. If the clubs turned round and said, right, we're having our own bloody refereeing association now, what would really happen? Would it all collapse? No, it wouldn't. You look, you can spend 100 million on players. If all the clubs put together and stuck 100 million quid, they could absolutely set up a refereeing association full of ex-pros and ex-semi-pros. That's what they could do. Sounds a lot of money. It's not. That could be done. So blame our own officiating. Yeah, I know they've signed up to contracts with FIFA and UEFA, so they can't pull out the leagues, etc. But seriously, guys, this has come to a joke standard. And now to try and blame VAR when there wasn't any, we are being conned as fans. We are being conned. And all of you guys that say it's not referees, it's such a hard job, you do it. Well, I have done it. I have actually ref charity games. It's the easiest job in the world when you've played football. Don't give me crap. Football Chat Uncensored, I've gone on too long. That's the solution. Easy. Reno talking.